So, Donald Trump recently did a meeting with Merz, the Chancellor of Germany, and he shredded England and Spain.
Thank you, Mr. President. We've seen countries around the world, many of whom don't usually work together, working with the United States on Iran.
Right, like Qatar, United Arab Emirates.
Whether it's, Saudi Arabia working with the United States, Israel, Qatari shooting down Iranian aircraft, and we've also seen European countries step up. Why are we seeing, such unity around the world against Iran?
I love how the reporters do this. Like, why are we seeing unity against Iran?
Great point. I look, they're just...
Because they're terrorists. Because they're terrorists. They kill fucking everybody. They're horrible.
Evil.
They're evil.
They're
evil.
Not the politics. It's their whole philosophy. It's their whole where they come from. It's terrible. Where they killed 35,000. I thought it was 32. Now it turns out it's much more than 35,000 people. And in some cases using machine guns with people that have no weapon. They have no weapon, and they're being machine gunned. They're being sniped.
Like, this is a normal human response. Donald Trump has proven that he is a man. He's a man that actually cares about innocent people. And he's doing this quite obviously to stop mass death. And the left, they don't even know what to do. They're falling over themselves trying to figure out a reason why this is actually a bad thing.
From buildings, they're hitting the people with snipers right through the eyes. It's just a very evil ideology. And nobody's really seen anything like it. As I said, even the fact that they've attacked all of their neighbors, and the neighbors weren't attacking. They thought they'd maybe sit it out or what. They've hit Qatar, they've hit UAE, they've hit Saudi Arabia,
they're literally terrorists.
Oman, they were helping us negotiate. They got hit. Everybody got hit because they're evil and they're bad.
Yeah.
It's
that
a
simple.
bad seed.
It's literally that simple.
And somebody had to do it. And it should have been done sometime during a 47-year period because so much death has been caused by them. So much unbelievable death.
Yeah, no one wanted to stand up and do it.
Germany, too.
Everyone was afraid. Oh, my God, what if Canada condemns us? What if we get condemned by the United Kingdom, the United Caliphate of England?
I mean, Germany's been hit. Everybody's been hit by them. It's an evil ideology. And I've never been, look, I've done a lot of good things. So many people are saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. You see it in the streets of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
They have thousands of people. I saw it the other day, pictures of Donald Trump. And I'm looking, I'm on the...
He's like not used to it, because normally the retards that go out to protest, they hate him. Right? They're paid protesters. And now all of a sudden, the protesters like him.
Phone, probably talking to you. And I'm looking, and I see my picture. I say, oh no, it's another, protest. I see my picture. And
Wait
then
a
I started
second.
saying, boy, they're very friendly people. And then I saw a woman hugging the picture of me.
And he's
I
like,
said,
love in an anti-Trump protest? This cannot be. These people are normally unbelievably ingrateful, hateful bitches.
what's going on? And it turned out to be these are Iranian people that live in the United States.
So many.
Thousands and thousands. You saw the rallies. And in New York, too, they had a big rally by pictures all over the place. The fact is that people are happy what we did.
Yeah, everyone. Every normal person is happy about what just happened. Now, this is what he had to say about the Iranian regime, too.
A big, big factor in this world and future factor is what we're doing right now with Iran. If we don't stop them, or if we didn't stop them, or if we didn't start, they've been decimated. But if we didn't do what we're doing right now, you would have had a nuclear war, and they would have taken out many countries.
This needed to happen at some point.
Because you know what? They're sick people. They're mentally ill, sick people. They're angry. They're crazy. They're sick.
God, I fucking love this guy. They're just bad, evil, hateful bitches. They hate us. They want us dead. All right, here's what he had to say about Spain, because I love this response. Bro.
In fact, I told Scott to cut off all dealings with Spain.
No more Spain. Cut off all dealings with them. They're communists. They're retards. They're not an ally.
And first of all, it started when every European nation, at my request, paid 5%, which they should be doing.
To NATO.
And everybody was enthusiastic about it. Germany, everybody. And Spain didn't do it. And now Spain actually said that we can't use their bases, and that's all right. We don't. We could use their base if we want. We could just fly in and use it.
I love this God. Oh my God. Dude, we need a guy with balls. We need to elect presidents that have balls. That's what I have to say. Right? We can't elect these Euro cucks. Like these weak men. And you wonder why they fold under zero pressure. Right? It's like, they told us we can't use their bases, but we can. We just fly in and use it. What are they going to do? Declare war on us? Like, seriously. We're the top dog. We know we're the top dog. We're going to do what we need to do, whether you like it or not. That's the most Giga Chad thing I've ever heard.
Nobody's going to tell us not to use it.
Who's going to stop us?
We don't have to, but they were unfriendly. And so I told him, we don't want to, Spain has absolutely nothing that we need other than great people. They have great people, but they don't have great leadership.
Yeah, communists.
And as
you know how they keep winning? They just import 500,000 retards and give them citizenship to vote for them.
They were the only country that in NATO would not agree to go up to 5%. I don't think they would have agreed to go up to anything. They wanted to keep it at 2%, and they don't pay the 2%. So we're going to cut off all trade with Spain. We don't want anything to do with Spain.
Based, absolutely. These people need to understand where they stand here. All right, we can't live in a world where we get this level of disrespect. All right, this is a man, Donald Trump, that actually understands that we are the global superpower, and you should be treating us with respect. Yes. And you might think that this is inappropriate for me to say. It's a big ego. This is not about ego at all. We just shouldn't be allies with people that would stab us in the back at the first possible opportunity. I'm sorry. I think this is absolutely appropriate. Donald Trump responds to Spain banning the U.S. from using their military bases. The U.S. is cutting off all trade with Spain. He has a right to stop everything he has to do with Spain. He instructed the Treasury Secretary to cut off all dealings with Spain. The U.S. can use Spain's bases if they want. Just fly in and use it. The U.S. doesn't want anything to do with Spain. Oh my God. Trump, the U.S. can use Spain's bases if we want. Just fly in and use it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. That's a leader. All right, now's him cooking England because they deserved it too.
What is the expectation for what's
And I'm not, by the way, I'm not happy with the UK either.
Good. Yes. Yes. Give it to those retards. Against no offense to the British people, I'm so sorry that you're occupied by twats.
That island that you read about, the lease, okay, he made it for whatever reason, he made a lease of the island. Somebody came and took it away from him. And it's taken...
Yeah, that's what I showed you, is giving away those islands that we want.
3-4 days for us to work out where we can land there. It would have been much more convenient landing there as opposed to flying many extra hours. So we are very surprised. This is not Winston Churchill that we're dealing with.
That is a crazy line. And not Winston Churchill we're dealing with. No, sir. This guy is gay and retarded. All right, and he doesn't stop.
Very uncooperative. And so has UK. Now, the second one is shocking, but this is not the age of Churchill. I will say
he said it again.
UK has been very, very uncooperative with that stupid island that they have, that they gave away and took a 100-year lease.
Oh, my God.
Having to do with perhaps indigenous people claiming the island.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Never even saw the
We are
island
losing
before.
our military base because England is woke. This is not a drill. Wokeness is killing people. This is not a drill. Because England is woke, we are losing a military base.
Love that country. And they ruin relationships. It's a shame.
That's right.
And
figure your shit
that
out,
country,
England.
UK, and I love that country. I love it. My mother was born there. I love it. My mother was born there. My father was born. Right? He knows all about my father. My father was born there. So, you know, very places that you sort of automatically very feel warmly about. But the UK, what they're doing with energy and what they're doing with immigration is horrible.
Yeah, they're killing themselves. Now, speaking of the UK, with immigration, the mayor of London is a man named Sadiq Khan. He's a Muslim. Big shock. Obviously, he's a Muslim. That's the UK right now. Englandostan is really moving up in the world. And Donald Trump had some choice words for that guy.
They got to solve that problem. And I must say, that's not only UK, that's other parts of the European Union that have the same problem. Immigration and energy. The energy is through the roof, the highest in the world. And the immigration was, I mean, you know, look, you have places where in the UK, you have a terrible mayor of London, terrible. Yeah. He's an incompetent guy.
True.
But you have Sharia courts. You don't have Sharia courts. You don't want Sharia courts.
What?
You have Sharia courts.
Sharia courts, bro.
Adjudicating law.
Bro is literally saying you're conquered by Muslims. He's saying it in nicer words. Obviously, he doesn't want to piss off the people, but he's like, England is conquered by Muslims. The Muslim vote actually matters so much in England that it's cucking our ally for preventing us from using their military bases. That's literally what he's saying. Spain and England opened immigration so much that they need to appease their Islamic communities to the point that they refuse to be our ally in a war against direct terrorism. All right? Understand what we're dealing with. The United Kingdom might be the first Islamic nuclear power that threatens the United States.
So it's very simple. Immigration, very importantly, immigration and energy. And you bring it back. Otherwise, you're not going to bring it back.
Yeah, otherwise England is cooked, all right? And they have this really dumb guy, a mayor of England. So this is what Keir Starmer had to say yesterday.
In Ramadan especially.
In Ramadan!
We must be defiant. Because
doesn't stop with this guy.
The British Muslim community is not defined by this. It is defined by the success, the brilliance, and the creativity.
The brilliance and creativity of the Muslim community.
In rooms like this.
There's so much brilliance that happens here.
By contribution.
Cousins married to one another in record speed.
That Muslims make to Britain's story and to our national life. That is.
Yes, the Muslims have definitely improved Britain's historic story.
How it's defined. In business, in art, in education, in public service. You are the face of modern Britain. You are all representatives of a Britain that is, by any historical or international standard, a success story when it comes to diversity. That is the
Britain, no, the Muslim community, known as a success story, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. It is true. It is true that on average, there is one rape every 54 minutes in London, but it's a success story. And this is what he's doing now. This is literally how he's basically responding to this entire situation. Now, this is a man named Shahid Butt. He is a convicted terrorist who plotted to bomb the British consulate in Yemen and an Anglican church. He is now running for office in Birmingham, a seat that has a 91% ethnic minority and 70% Muslim. He will probably win. A convicted Islamic terrorist stands a high chance of being elected to the public office in Britain. A violent extremist who plotted the destruction of British lives is going to walk the corridors of power in Britain. A jihadi fighter who joined the terror cells to fight in Afghanistan and Bosnia is going to influence the laws, culture, and heritage of Britain. Yup! Occupied, ladies and gentlemen. There's no other way to possibly interpret this kind of thing. It's honestly insane. It's crazy that we're dealing with this. And they wonder why our so-called allies aren't really being our allies. Honestly, it's terrifying. You see, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Israel, they know how to deal with Islamic extremism. They've been dealing with Islamic extremism for a very long time. The United Kingdom is not equipped. Spain is not equipped to dealing with Islamic extremism because they are living in delusional la-la woke land, all right, where they think that all people and all cultures are actually all exactly identical and the same, and that people shouldn't be treated harshly because of their different culture or be regarded in a racist way. Islamophobia is not an irrational fear, okay? And no one knows that better than Islamic countries or countries that live next to Islamic countries. But England, France, Spain, oh, they don't see it that way at all. Now, Germany actually did kind of have our back on this, which is lovely to see.
We are on the same page in terms of getting this terrible regime in Tehran away, and we will talk about the day after, what will happen then if they are out.
Yeah, so obviously they do support. Everyone's like, oh, I agree with getting rid of the regime, but we're not going to help you. We hope you die in combat. Like, that's what they're doing to us. It's insane.